Facebook page. Please rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, the first item on our agenda is a continued hearing, number 24-39 for 100 Francis Wyman Road. The attorney here representing on this matter informed us that he is under the weather, so do we have a motion to continue this to the next meeting?
Make a motion to continue 100 Francis Wyman to February 4th.
Second.
All right, the motion has been made and seconded to continue 24-39 for 100 Francis Wyman Road to the meeting of February 4th, 2025. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? 5-0-0. The next item on our agenda is a new hearing, 24-41 for 112 Francis Road. Can please come up to the microphone, and can someone please read that one into the record?
Sure. Hearing 2441 for 112 Francis Wyman Road. The applicant seeking a variance for a 20-foot by 14-foot single-story addition of an existing structure for a small addition to one of the bedrooms and an additional bathroom. Per the building inspector's denial letter dated November 26, 2024, the plot plan dated October 17, 2024 has been denied because as proposed, it would be in violation of zoning bylaws, including but not limited to Article 5, Section 5.2.0, density regulation schedule. It violates, the proposed addition for the left side has a setback of 3.4 feet, and that's the violation.
All right, thank you, Jeremy. Can you please state your name for the record and give us a brief rundown of your project?
Yeah, Paul Ganchert. Yeah, so as it stated, we have a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom ranch, old, built in the 50s. It appears like the house, because of ledge, was built sort of on the corner of the lot, very close to the road and close to the left side of the lot. Yeah, and so we're just looking to get a variance on that.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up to questions from the board. We'll start with Jeremy.
So I see the addition coming back, that's only 3 foot 4 inches from the property line. Is part of this project also the addition on the other side of the house as well?
Yeah, the other side is just another bay for a garage. It has a 1-car garage. And this would be adding, tearing down the existing structure and building a 2-car garage.
Okay. And do you know how far from your neighbor's house that is?
The garage?
Not the garage, sorry, the addition that's driving the variance.
I actually don't. I don't know if I measured, we didn't measure that.
I know it's not out here. I was looking at Google Maps, but I was curious if you...
Yeah, I mean, so he's got he's got basically the same house I do. Mm-hmm. And he's got a 1-car, well, actually it's a 1-car garage converted into a living quarter. But I could measure that and I've spoken with my neighbor. He was going to try to be here tonight. He has no objection to the new addition.
Okay. I think that was my big question. So,
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
All right, thank you, Charles.
Just a couple of questions. On the 2-car garage on the other side, is there rooms above it? Is it just a garage?
Just a garage.
Okay. And I know you're pretty tight to the side there as it is, but was there any thought to kind of move that portion inward?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to do because there's an existing bathroom, the 1 bathroom, and a deck. So it would be hard to pull off, coming off of the bathroom in what would be the kitchen area, right? So the really only logical place would be that, adding off of that back bedroom there. And, I honestly didn't know the plot was the way it was when I even bought the house. And it's the way the property jogs to the right, in the way that they placed the house back in the 50s on that lot is kind of, I'm assuming back then they didn't have the same.
Yeah, when you're house was built, there was no zoning bylaws, so.
Yeah.
Okay, and I know you mentioned ledge. Can you kind of just describe where the ledge is on the property?
So if you looked behind my house slopes, if you're facing my house from right to left anyway. And if you look behind my house, right beyond the existing garage, it kind of kicks up significantly. And it's pretty rocky back there. You can't really grow much grass. And so, yeah, and so I don't know, I've never had anything, I don't know exactly where the ledge begins and ends, but I'm assuming that they ran into problems building the house. I don't know why they would have put it on that corner of the lot otherwise, And it's very close to the road. I'm on a main road on Francis Wyman. It's pretty close to the road, and most of my property is behind me. And then my property jogs to the right beyond, behind my other neighbor's house. So it's a difficult lot for that reason.
Okay, I don't think I have any other questions at the moment.
Okay, I'm just going to jump back quick to what Jeremy asked. So just going by Mass GIS with a rough measurement, it looks like it's about 25 feet from the neighbor's house at 114.
Yeah.
Answer that.
Yeah, I think the corner, if you look at the plot that was done, the corner right now is 6.5 feet, without the addition. So it's already, well within the 15 feet, and then adding another. And you can see, well, I don't think the picture shows you how much that line on that side of my neighbor kind of cuts across my backyard. I think it's even more exaggerated than what's shown on that.
Yeah, your current plot plan shows you're 11.1 feet from the property line currently. And that
Oh.
the front corner, yeah, you're 6.8.
Front corner, the back corner.
6.8 feet on the back corner.
Yeah. So that's the difficult part, is the way that,
Yeah, these lot lines aren't to scale. This is more for reference purposes. So, all right.
yeah, we obviously knew we couldn't go off to the side. I knew that much. So we figured, if you go straight back, you figure you'd be safe, but I didn't anticipate that lot line being cut the way it is,
Okay. All right, I'm going to move back on. Go over to Mark.
I have no questions at this time.
All right, Joe?
No questions.
John? Good. Okay. What you were saying about the ledge, you said the ledge is on the right side of the house?
Yeah, it would be on the garage side, so the opposite side, and it kind of slopes down, but if you walked behind that garage, you would notice how it kicks up there.
Okay, so I guess the next question would be, you're putting a new garage up over there, so why wouldn't you do the addition off that side?
You mean behind the garage? We didn't want
Behind
to
the
go.
garage or above the garage or anything like that?
We didn't want to go above. We were hoping to try to coax my wife's father in to live with us. He's an
Okay.
old gentleman. He lives by himself currently. He's got significant health issues, so we didn't want to go up. We wanted to be on one floor. Behind the garage, I guess, would be a possibility, but then you're adding, and we didn't really need an extra bedroom, right? We have 3 bedrooms.
Yeah,
So we didn't need another bedroom behind there. I guess it would be possible to go behind it. It's just a bigger addition than we would anticipate doing.
okay, so the criteria for a variance is you have to have a hardship relating to the land. So ledge would be considered a hardship.
Okay.
But it's kind of hard for me to look at that and say, well, if you weren't putting the garage, then I could understand it, but it looks like the ledge isn't an issue if you're already putting the garage there, so where are we
Well,
standing?
the garage won't go back far. It'll go towards my neighbor on that side. It
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily go back too far, right? So the garage, I think, is an easier thing to do, given the ledge. We're not going to cut into it too much, right?
Well, you still have to put 4-foot frost walls. You can't
Yeah.
build it a slab on grade, so you're still excavating regardless of, even if you're filling in.
Yeah.
So I still want to hear from the public. I want to look at the application here, and you said, too, the house was originally built inside the current setback. It's not built within the setback. It already has a 6-foot sideline on it. It's pre-existing non-conforming. It's nothing to do with that, just for your future reference.
Okay.
It's not within the current setbacks. It is
understand. Okay.
pre-existing non-conforming. Does anyone else have anything to add before I open up to the public?
I'm good.
All right, so this is a public hearing. Is there anyone that wants to speak for or against on this? Yes, sir. You can come up to the microphone over here. Just please state your name for the record.
Dave Robinson, 1 Millen Street.
All right, you want to just get the microphone pointed towards you, just so the folks at home are able to hear you?
Okay. I was hoping to see a drawing from that. I'm assuming that the existing side of the house, what you're calling the left side, is going to be straight back for the addition, which makes it go close to the lot line.
Yeah, it's straight, yeah, exactly,
Oh,
straight
okay.
back. It doesn't go any more to the left than the existing
Okay.
house, yeah.
That's what
I'm sorry, this is new technology for this year. We never were able to control this screen.
Okay.
Yeah, Mr. Sullivan has the plot plan there.
Show you here, that's where it's, he's just gonna go straight back.
Yeah. Okay. I would prefer not to have that, just for future residents next to you, but I'm okay with that. I understand the problems that he has with trying to put an addition on.
Okay, and where were you in relation to it?
1 Millen, so it's
1 Melon?
2 houses down.
So you're back over here. All right, yeah, you're over here.
You're right.
Okay. Well, let me go back to info. All right. Anything else to add, sir?
I'm all set.
All right, thank you very much. Is there anyone else here who wants to speak for or against on this? I'm going to leave it open just for a moment, let the board weigh in. Does anyone else have anything to add?
Just got a
Anything?
question. Paul, you said you had a single-car garage. Is that in the main box of the house?
It's, yeah, it's,
All right, I see a car.
it's attached.
now.
Yeah, it's attached, but
So that's being demoed.
that would be taken down, correct?
And to the left of that is your kitchen.
Exactly. In the back of the house, and then it's one room now. The kitchen and the living room is kind of one room, but
And
yeah.
what you're proposing is a bedroom off the back?
On that side is just a garage.
No, on the left side.
Yeah, so we have an existing bedroom that we're expanding
Yeah, so you
to add a,
really can't put a bedroom behind the kitchen on that side?
yeah, there's really no way to do it. If I had you can't see the kitchen, but so the kitchen in the front room that you can see on the right-hand side, it's front to back, and there's just cabinets and countertops across the back of that. And then there's a deck behind there, too.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. So it's an extension of the bedroom there, and
Yeah, on the left side of the house, right at the back.
it doesn't work on the right side anyways, and ledge issues.
Yeah, so it would be next to the deck. You can see the deck, so it would just go back just a little bit beyond that deck.
Yep.
Yeah, so you're looking to go in this area.
Exactly.
Yep.
And then obviously the garage would be wider, right? It would come off the house a little.
Okay.
All set.
All right, does anyone else have anything to add? All right, so we need to meet the criteria for hardship.
I would say he meets it from the shape of his property. I mean, you can, obviously, the house is built in the front left-hand corner of the property.
In that type of house, the only way you can add a bedroom or put a bedroom would be on that side. You know, you get on the other side with the kitchen, you know, you're getting into some big expenses there just to,
It's not asking for a lot. It's not going to really change the density because it's just going straight back from the house. And if that neighbor was against it, he'd be here.
You had the owner at 114 Francis Wyman, you'd
Yeah, Dan,
spoken with them?
yeah, Dan's a good friend of ours, so, yeah.
Well,
He'd be here if he was
Dan didn't come down,
I know,
so
I
if he had an issue, he would be here.
Right.
So, and we
Seems
heard from
straightforward to
your neighbor,
me.
Mr. Robertson. What?
I said I was still speaking, but it's still pretty.
Sorry.
it still seems straightforward to me, and I intend to go for it.
Okay. All right, does anyone else have anything to add? Any motions? The public hearing?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All right, the motion has been made and seconded to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? 500. Okay, does anyone else have anything? Any motions?
I'll make a motion to approve 112 Francis Wyman Road for a side variance, thanks. Yeah, I got it. For a side variance of 3.4 feet as shown on plans dated 10/17/2024.
Second.
Okay, the motion has been made and seconded to approve 24-41 for 112 Francis Wyman Road for a sideline setback for 3.4 feet in accordance with plans dated 10/17/24. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? 500.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you very
gentlemen.
much.
Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
Thank you.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is a hearing for 12 Kathy Road, number 24-43. Will the applicant please come up to the microphone, and can someone please read that into the record?
Which one? You want me to read this? Is it here? New hearing, 2443, 12 Cathay Road. The applicant is Andrew Boajian. The applicant is seeking a variance to install a farmer's porch per the building inspector's denial letter dated September 25th, 2024. The application was denied because as proposed on the plot plans dated August 8th, 2024, it would be in violation of the zoning bylaws, including but not limited to Article 5, Section 5.2.0, density regulation schedule. The proposed home location on the front setback would be 23 feet.
Okay. So please introduce yourself for the record and give us a rundown of your project.
Yeah, well, thank you for your time. My name is Andrew Bojulian. I grew up in this town. My family and I are fortunate enough to have moved back in a town that's gotten really, really expensive since I've graduated. Anyway, we bought a house in a neighborhood that we know and love. In fact, a neighborhood that I grew up in and went to elementary school. Like most young families, we purchased a home that required extensive renovation, as well as design challenges, in order to make it appropriate and safe for our children, who are both under the age of 4. We're eager to, finalize this project and move on. Currently staying with family and in-laws, which I'm sure we all know is a difficult thing. Time and money, et cetera, being at stake here. The final piece of the build-out, to get to your question, is the farmer's porch. I understand we're eating into a 25-foot setback by about 2 feet. The reason for the setback and for the reason we're seeking relief here, three main points I'd like to discuss. One, easier access in and out of the home. The way it's currently built, there is no farmer's porch, right, or I wouldn't be here. So easier access in and out, especially having young children. Safety measures, right? Less stairs coming out of the home. With the, if we're granted relief here, being able to create that farmer's porch will allow the kids and my wife, usually with 2 in tow, to exit the home onto a farmer's porch where they can do things that most families do, activities, arts and crafts, bird watching, which my daughter appreciates, without having to be in the front lawn. This will also prevent them, again, from a safety measure, from running into the street. It acts as a secondary measure, right? Stroller storage, things of that nature that most families kind of rely on in the event of inclement weather, rain, things of that nature. Aesthetically, my opinion here, fits the home. what we designed and what we spent a lot of our money on kind of building. I think the farmer's porch would add to that. We didn't put on an extensive garage, so we don't have the luxuries of having those storage type items or storage areas for items like a stroller. So the farmer's porch seems like a good fit. I think it'll fit the house well, fit the aesthetic of the neighborhood well. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Appreciate your time, consideration.
All right, thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to open it up to the board. We'll start over here with John.
Yeah, I have a question for you. First of all, the left side of the farmer's porch looks like it meets, it's only the right corner?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. So how far is the house from, the house is set back at 25 feet?
Yeah, from my understanding, the house, not including the existing staircase, right, that comes off the existing front of the house, is within that 25-foot setback.
That's 25 feet, but does that go right to the street? There's a lot of properties in this town, you have your 25 feet, but then there's still an extra...
No, there's extra 6 feet.
sometimes.
He's got it.
He's got it.
So there's the easement.
Yeah, they all,
Yeah.
all of it, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so we're not we're not eating into it.
We're not changing the
probably
density or anything.
29.
Correct.
Most of the porches within code. Again, if there's no neighbor...
Correct, yeah, for my math, like, we're talking like a foot and a half. If you look at it from the left side as opposed to the far right, where the proposed porch is, it's a little bit more, and my guess is that's because the street's not perfectly parallel with the front of the build.
So for me, as long as there's nobody here that's, speaking against it, then I'm not going to have a problem with it.
All right. Thank you. Joe?
I have a farmer's porch, and and they have little kids, but,
Yeah,
and your 23 feet is just a lot line. You probably have a minimum of 4 to 6 feet to the edge of the road anyways, which puts you over that. That's, I was here, in '04 getting a variance for mine, and I'm in the same situation, so I don't have a problem with it.
thank you.
All right. Mark?
So in terms of a hardship related to the land, in terms of how we have to make our decision, the way you've described the property as it's depicted on your plot plan here, the house is situated in such a way that it creates this hardship, right?
Sure, yeah.
So in other words, as we've been discussing, it would be within the zoning regs if the house on that left-hand side, as you're looking at this plot plan, was back a couple of feet or so, right?
Correct.
The house was built parallel to the lot.
Right, good.
Yeah.
He's smarter than I am.
He's great vocabulary, that one.
I have nothing further.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Charles?
I don't have anything.
Jeremy?
Questions have been asked.
I don't have anything.
All right. Yeah, everything I was going to say has already been addressed, so I have nothing else to add. So this is a public hearing, so if there is anyone here that would like to speak for or against, please raise your hand, come up to the microphone. Just
My name's
please,
Alan Krupp. I'm a neighbor, 1 Cathy Road,
what number was it?
number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah, so we're pretty far up the street.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Thanks for coming out.
I mainly came to understand what the violation was, and we're talking about a foot and a half. Can I see the plot plan?
2 feet.
I'm just, 2 feet, yeah. I'm mainly curious. Oh,
This corner here is Mr. Property.
yeah. Okay, yeah. You spent a lot of money so far
Yeah.
on that property.
Yeah. I'm just footing the bill. My wife's running the show. Yeah.
So, and you're right, the porch would finish the house nicely.
I appreciate that.
And, yeah, I have no problem with it. I just wanted to understand whether we were talking a 2-foot setback or, like, whether he was in violation by 20 feet or something crazy like that, so.
Yeah.
Without having to walk up the street and measure, be a prying neighbor.
I'll be a good neighbor, I promise. No,
But I have no problem with it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Thank you so much.
Good
All
to
right.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, sir.
You Jeff?
Drew.
Drew.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alan.
All right, nice to meet you.
So is there anyone else like to speak on the matter? Seeing none? Just going off a mass mapper with a rough measurement from where the actual street is, it's like it's 34 feet into the house, so yeah, it doesn't seem like it derogates from anything. So, finding that, do we have any motions regarding the public hearing?
Make a motion to close the public hearing?
Second.
All right, the motion has been made and seconded to close the public hearing. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, 500. All right, does anyone else have anything else to add? Any motions?
Make a motion to approve 12 Kathy Road for a 2-foot front setback variance as shown on plans dated 8/8/24.
Second.
All right, the motion has been made and seconded to approve 12 Kathy Road for a 23-foot front setback in accordance with plans dated 8/8/24. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain? 500. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Have a great night.
You too.
All right, I lost my, all right, the next item on the agenda is a new hearing for 24,
5.
yeah. Gentlemen,
Sorry.
not to be rude, can you just please go out in the hall? The microphones pick up everything.
We get it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So we have a new hearing for 24-42, 5 Creston Avenue. The attorney on this matter is the same attorney from before. We're going to need a continuation on that.
Make a motion to continue the 5 Creston Ave to February 4th, 2025.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded to continue hearing 24-42 for 5 Creston Ave to the meeting of February 4th, 2025. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, 500. The next item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes from January 7th, 2025. Did everyone have?
I have an issue with the minute.
Okay.
That's the one with the planning board was here talking about
The ZBRC signage.
BRC
Yep.
signage. Yeah, because I engaged the two women that were here that night because I wanted them on the record to find out if somebody was going to be able to come back for a variance and go through us. And they did, but it never made it into the minutes. And for me, I thought that was important enough to do it that way, so I'd like to see them in the minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so,
Definitely be in there.
yeah, we have the letter. Did everyone see the follow-up that they had sent to us after the meeting?
No.
I don't think so. Didn't-
Oh, I thought that was sent to everyone. It was just sent to me. Okay, so give me a moment here, and I will read it. I can find it faster on my phone than on the computer, so I'm going to do that instead.
The letter to Jeff is also, I think, included in the packet. You need that.
What's that?
The letter that you sent to me is also in the packet. You need it.
The letter that they sent was in the packet?
Yeah.
They didn't send a letter. This was just an email.
Oh, okay.
This was from ZBRC, not Conservation.
Oh, okay, okay, all right.
I don't have anything from CBS.
So she sent, yeah, no, she sent it to, oh. She didn't know what everyone's emails were. It's all our names at burlington.org, and we don't have burlington.org emails. That would be why no one else got it. Because I was like, I saw everyone's names. No, those aren't your emails. So it's a very long follow-up where we're going to continue, we're going to have to continue the minutes anyways to edit those. I'm going to forward this to everyone, but they were requesting a revote of the vote that we had. So where everyone didn't get a chance to review it, I guess
They're asking us to re-vote?
They're asking for a revote. If someone wants to make a motion to revote, the motion can be put on the table, and if a majority wants to revote, we can revote. Doesn't sound like anyone wants to make that motion, nor did anyone get to review any of this, because those were the incorrect emails given for you. So,
Letter's not going to change my mind.
doesn't really seem to change much.
Well, we can still postpone it till then, so we can get that, till we,
It's basically irrelevant. Town meeting's next week. We won't have a meeting before then anyways, so.
and I don't see.
We're going to adjust our minutes accordingly and add the letter from town council regarding the, what's the word for it? Regarding no other signs, even if by right pre-existing conditions and decisions we've already put on. So she agreed with us that it still stays and remains in effect and supersedes anything that would come in. So it doesn't sound like anything is going to change tonight.
Yeah.
And town meeting is next week.
I wouldn't vote, I wouldn't do it again.
Yeah. All right, well,
But
I
I
guess,
think that we should at least have the opportunity to review what's been presented by whomever.
yeah.
right? So that we're
Is there,
making an informed decision about the revote.
Yeah, so the revote is not required. That is something that a board member is able to do for any hearing we have. Anyone's able to make that motion at any time. And if a majority agrees to revote, we can revote. So it is not up to them. They can ask that, but it is up to us as a board. And it's also at the chairman's discretion whether to even allow for a revote. So.
And they have town meeting next week.
Yeah, it sounds like
gets voted
it's a moot point. Even if there was any relevant information that people wanted to look at, our original vote seems to still stand. I'll be presenting it at town meeting with all of our concerns and questions and comments. So,
is there information in the letter that changes anything, though? For the reason for asking for a revote?
myself, I didn't really see much. I'm not going to read, it's a very long, lengthy email. I'm not going to spend time reading that. I'm going to forward this to everyone so you have it. And we'll go from there. But I guess what we're looking at right now is just to continue the minutes to reflect that letter and add that into it. So, how does everyone feel about the continuation of the minutes?
I agree.
Make a motion to continue the January 7th minutes to February 4th, 2025.
Second.
All right, the motion has been made and seconded to continue the minutes from
Approval of the minutes.
the approval of the minutes to January 7th, 2025, to the meeting of February 4th, 2025. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, 500. Okay, anything else?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second?
All right, motion has been made and seconded to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, 500. Good night.